Assistant High Commissioner, thank you so much for talking to us today. On this UK policy of putting some asylum seekers on one-way flights to Rwanda, the UK government says it's necessary to tackle organised crime and people traffickers. What do you think of that claim, and what do you think of the policy as a whole?
Well, firstly, of course, we completely agree with the United Kingdom government that we want to stop criminal gangs. We want to stop people drowning and subject to appalling risks as they move to try to find international protection. On that issue, we're completely at in with the United Kingdom government. But where we part company, I'm afraid, is that there are many, many alternatives, safe, regular alternatives that are infinitely better than shifting the responsibility for refugees to in this case, Rwanda, 6,000 kilometres away. And what we're suggesting to the United Kingdom is that it abide by its international obligations to allow people seeking asylum to have access to the territory, to have their claim assessed in a fair and fast system. So in short, we understand the reasons. Where we disagree is the solution, and the solution is not shifting the burden to a country that we do not want to criticise, of course, Rwanda, but it's had its own struggles and it does not yet have an asylum system for individual claims.
The first flight was grounded because of last-minute European legal intervention. A spokesman for the Prime Minister's office afterwards said that all options are on the table when asked whether the UK would withdraw from the European Convention on Human Rights. What sort of message does that send, and what sort of precedent could that set?
Well, it sends a very negative message, and of course we're worried about the precedent. This is the United Kingdom. It's a major leader and has been since the end of the Second World War in developing the international legal principles, particularly the right to claim asylum. We would see that not only as extremely disappointing for the United Kingdom to do that, but it does set a precedent when many parts of the rest of the world are actually advancing their conventions. It will be very, very troubling for the United Kingdom to withdraw its leadership in meeting these international standards.
So, with unprecedented challenges facing the world at the moment and a continuing refugee crisis, what do you think countries like the UK and other countries, what should they be doing to try and improve matters?
Well, we see the United Kingdom as a leader. It's a moral leader and it's a legal leader in the sense of supporting the international rule of law. We don't want to lose that United Kingdom leadership. But can I say, for example, that the European Union now has opened up its borders, millions of people coming in with the temporary protection directive. The sky has not fallen in. Those countries are proudly, and I've recently been to Poland, proudly hosting millions, certainly hundreds of thousands across Europe. It can be done with a political will. And that's the political will we would like to see the United Kingdom use, because for the United Kingdom to be concerned about a few hundred or a few thousand pales into almost complete insignificance relative to the efforts that are being made by the EU. But it's not the only one. We've seen Colombia now provide 10 years temporary protection for Venezuelans. So what I'm saying is we want UK leadership, but frankly we're also getting leadership from many other parts of the world, and we want that to continue.
Assistant High Commissioner, thank you for your time.
That's a pleasure. Thank you very much.